Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Heidi. This is part 2 of my complete coloring book collection series, and I just, before we start, want to say thanks to everybody who's been watching and subscribing and commenting and liking. I really appreciate all of the love. I think it's amazing that you're giving so much of your time to see my colorings in my coloring book collection. So yeah, so thanks a lot. So this is part 2. This is basically the second shelf of my coloring book collection, and there's a lot to go through. I'm going to try not to say too much about the books, especially the ones that everyone knows a lot about already. I'm just gonna flip through a few of the pages and try not to talk too much. I don't want to make this super long. So first thing I have is the Lost Ocean Artist Edition by Johanna Basford, and it is cardstock, heavy cardstock pages, selections from Lost Ocean. I did take it out of the cover, which I regret doing. Wish I hadn't done that. I've colored quite a bit in this book. I colored in it a lot when I first started coloring. So yeah, it's larger than the books. Really nice for using wet mediums. Yeah, not too much to say about that other than that. So that was Lost Ocean Artist Edition. And next up I have Ibean Key Butterfly by Johanna Basford. And most people know this book. So it's a storybook with illustrations to color. And there are flip-throughs on YouTube if you by any chance haven't seen it, but I think everyone probably has. I haven't colored in this one yet. And the rest of the Johanna Basfords, I haven't colored in much. I've bought them fairly recently just because I felt like I really needed to have all of her books. Yeah, Lost Ocean. World of Flowers. Really pretty cover. And Magical Jungle. And then these are actually the first two that she put out. This is the first one, Secret Garden. And I didn't keep the dust jackets for these because the Enchanted Forest copy that I bought was all beat up on the dust jacket, and it was really kind of ugly looking, so I just threw that away. And because I really like these brown covers, I think they're prettier almost than the covers. So I took the one off Secret Garden too. And there's the one page I've colored in it. Everybody knows this book. I don't really even need to flip through. Enchanted Forest. Same thing here. There's that. And then next is Jasmine, Becky, Griffiths. books, and I believe I have all the books that she's put out so far. And the first book is this one. Really nice book. Really good quality with a nice dust jacket. Thick pages with a little description of the painting that each drawing is based on the left-hand side. So, you know, technically you could use alcohol markers or whatever you wanted in this, and you wouldn't ruin the image on the back side. Really love her books. I think, again, most people have seen these, are familiar with these already. I believe this is her second book. I'm not entirely sure if that's right, but yeah, Halloween, same format. They're all the same size, the same paper quality. Just her paintings are amazing. Yeah, if you haven't seen, go to strangelings.com and check them out. That's her website. You can see all of her paintings. And then I think Mermaids was the next one. I haven't colored in this one. But when I got the first book of hers, I was really surprised and pleased by how nice these books are, and I just had to get all of them. So that was Mermaids, and then Alice in Wonderland is the most recent. So there's that. And then the next two are books in a series called Coloring, and I got these as gifts from my sister-in-law, and these are based on Mexican heritage and culture, and they're images like this, and they're one-sided. There's a little bit of a description in Spanish on the left-hand side of the previous page, but you could essentially treat these as one-sided pages. So it's all kinds of, you know, images related to Mexican culture. And I've done a few pages in here. These are fun. So there's that one. This is Coloring Mexico by Malacara and Gale. And then this is Coloring Dia de Muertos by the same authors. And these images are all related to Day of the Dead. Some of them have black backgrounds. That's really cute little dogs. So they just cry out to be colored with really bright colors, of course. There's those dogs again. It's a really fun book. And that was Coloring Dia de Muertos by Malacara and Gale. And then next I have Ayahuasca Jungle Visions, and I just got this recently. This is by Alexander George Ward. Really nice cover. Kind of like, I don't know, has this cool texture to it. Beautiful, vivid. And then inside they are one-sided, pretty much, with a little description and a name on the left-hand side. but they're images of, based on an ayahuasca experience, I guess you would say. And if you don't know what ayahuasca is, it's a plant medicine, I guess you would say, with a psychedelic ingredient of DMT, and it's part of the culture of the tribes of the Amazon basin historically, and a lot of people lately have been learning about it and going there. And there's look it up if you're interested, because it's a really fascinating topic, but I'm no expert on it, but I find it fascinating, interested in it. And some of these images are of the jungle, of the surroundings. Some of them are more fantastical. So I think it's a really cool book. Ayahuasca Jungle Visions by Alexander George Ward. And then we have Inklings by Tanya Bond. And there are many Inklings books now. I think she has, I don't know how many she has, 3 or 4 or more. Pictures of girls, oftentimes with animals. She has a really unique style that I like a lot. Yeah, you can see flip-throughs on YouTube of this book. And then next we have Color Me Crazy by Peter Deladish, and he is Peter Draws on YouTube. He's got a really cool, unique channel. And this book is just crazy abstracts, just like let yourself go and play with color kind of images, which I really like sometimes if I'm in the mood. Yeah, it's pretty great. Color Me Crazy. And then I have Color Workshop, which is not really a coloring book so much as a how-to kind of. It's about all different sorts of techniques, everything that you could possibly want to know about coloring, pretty much. Although she doesn't cover every single thing, most subjects are covered, like pencils, markers, gel pens, the differences between pencils, like how you combine things and mix media. And then in the back there are some practice pages. So I really like this book. It's good. Color Workshop by Rachel Reinhardt. And then I have Mouse Guard, which I haven't really colored in much at all, by David Peterson. And this is based on graphic novels that I'd really like to read. I should get my hands on them. And I hear that it was going to be turned into a movie, but it was canceled for some reason. I don't know why. So these are they're like woodcuts. They're very cool images. Really detailed, most of them. Yeah, I like that a lot. Mouse Guard by David Peterson. And then the next one is Villain Son by Tomislav Tomic. And this is one of my favorites. Although I've only done one page. I just think his illustration style is just absolutely amazing. The detail, just the way he draws, I just think is gorgeous. I think most people know this book also. Oops. Yeah, I want to get his other one too. And then the next group I have are the Creative Haven, not magazines, Creative Haven coloring books. There are many, 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 of course. I only have a few. But these are the ones I have so far. So I have Celtic Mandalas, or Mandalas rather. And this is by Carrie Buziak. This one I have not colored in. And these are, as you would expect, really highly detailed mandalas. Probably appropriate for fine liners. That's what I'm planning on using when I get to it. Beautiful. There's that one. And then I have City Sights, Color by Number by George Dufexis. And I've done a couple in here. When I'm in the mood for color by number, this is a good one. It does have very small areas though, so if anyone's interested, it's keep that in mind. I don't mind it at all, but yeah, it is intricate. So there's City Sights by George Dufexis. And then I have Art Nouveau Mandalas by John Elvis. And I've done one in here. Again, these are pretty detailed. I love the Art Nouveau style. These are great. Snowflake Mandalas, and this is, let me see, illustrated by Marty Noble. And as you can see, I tend to go for the kind of geometric books. They're not the only ones that I like, but so far these are the ones that I've been buying. Snowflake Mandalas. And then more geometric stuff. Tessellation Patterns by John Wick. And this is, yeah, just patterns and patterns and more patterns. And his designs, I think, are really cool. Yeah, I really like that one too. Dimensions, also by John Wick. And this is similar, except the line width is not uniform, so it's got a little bit different look, like a little bit of shading, I guess, maybe. And then lastly, from Creative Haven, I have Mandala Tessellations by John Wick. kind of in the same vein. I bought a bunch of John Wick books all at once. Yeah. So there's those. And then next I've got a bunch of Dover books, which are I think the Creative Haven ones are also Dover, but they have moved toward one-sided pages. These books are thinner. They're on both sides of the page, and the paper is thinner. And you can't really use anything but colored pencil on these. So this is the Alhambra, I think you would say, by Nick Crossling. And these are images from the Alhambra Palace in Spain, built by Muslims in the 13th century, as it says. So, but I love Islamic art, the geometric stuff. It's just amazing, and mathematically amazing as well. Although I'm not a big math person, but that's what I hear anyway. So I think these are just beautiful. So there's this. And then I have Geometrics by Jennifer Lynn Bishop. And this one is kind of coming apart on me. Ooh, oops. Yeah, and like you can see here, if you use markers, it ruins the other side of the page, and sometimes even second image. So not recommended, and yeah, here. But these books are not very expensive, so I don't think it's really a big deal. But yeah, that one's fun too. And then I have Geometric Whirlwind by Will Stenganga. And this one is like super crazy whirlwind of shapes. I'm not always in this kind of a coloring mood, but some of them are really fun. Like those I liked. Yeah, you can see how it goes through. So there's that one. And Pinwheel Designs by the same author. These are a little bit less chaotic. Yeah, these are fun. Pinwheel Designs. And then lastly, of the Dover books I have is Decorative Tile Designs by Marty Noble. And this is, as it suggests, like tiles from architecture, I think probably mostly in the Mediterranean, I think. In Europe anyway. I just like this stuff. I don't think it's everyone's thing, but I really enjoy coloring patterns and designs like this. Yeah, so this is a nice book. And then I have Flowers and Dreams, a coloring book of beautiful botanical symmetry by C.L. Aldrich. And I got this one after seeing it on Lovelia's Coloring. And I haven't colored in it yet, but it's kind of in the same vein as the books I've been showing, but a little bit more flower based. So they're sort of like tile designs, but with more flowers. You could do a lot of different things with these. And then something completely different. I have Pop Manga coloring book by Camila d'Errico. And I've done quite a bit in here. This was one of my first coloring books. I think most people are familiar with this one too. It's pretty popular. Based on her paintings, I think most of these are. Yeah, so I've done all of this. I've done, so I can move on to the more detailed ones soon. So Pop Manga by Camila d'Errico. And then Curious Creatures by Millie Murata. And this was also one of the first ones I got. This is her first book, and I think most people are very familiar with it as well. She has a unique style. She has many books now, but I only have the one because I don't know, I think this one is going to be enough for me. For a while anyway. Although I have colored in it quite a bit, just like right at the beginning here. Yeah. Curious Creatures by Millie Murata. And then next is Yuko Higuchi's Magical Coloring Museum. And this one is an amazing book that I probably won't ever color in just because it's so beautiful just the way it is. And I feel like I would just ruin it. There's something just so special about this. I don't know. Her style is just so weird and cute. Look at that. If anyone wants to see a flip through of this one, let me know. I don't know if there are flip throughs on YouTube or not. I think probably there are, but if not, people should see this. It's just adorable. It's like, it's unique. It's super cute. And yeah. If I ever wanted to color in it, I think I would buy another copy and keep one. And then next we have Square Mandalas this is the one by Bilba Family. This is pretty new, I think. And I think I saw this first on Lisa's Coloring Corner. And it looked intriguing because I've been liking color by number, and I like pixels. I like stuff based on pixels, like diamond painting, and I thought this would be really fun. So yeah, it's color by number. These are some examples of what the images look like, and there's the color key. And I started one in the beginning, and then, I don't know, was it this page? Yeah, I had to cut it out of the book because one of my pens ran out, and that ruined it for me. So, unfortunate, but that happens sometimes. Next we have Balance by Auntie Grace, and these are mandalas in her series, and she's got, I don't know how many volumes, like many, 10, I'm just guessing, but she has many. I just have this one for now. They're one-sided, sort of thin paper. I think it's Amazon paper, but really pretty mandalas. I love mandalas. So yeah, Balance by Auntie Grace. And then I have Nifty by Auntie Grace, and these are for crayons and wide tip markers. And I bought this for use with crayons. But if you wanted something that where the images aren't quite as intimidating, this would be a good one. Still really pretty. So Nifty by Auntie Grace. And then next we have Starry Night 1 by Wishan Ong, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. She has 4 of these, 4 Starry Nights. I just have this one so far. But they all have black backgrounds, and they're all night images with stars, as the name implies, and they're just beautiful. The pages are quite thin, but I don't mind that. Yeah. Starry Night 1. And then lastly on this shelf was this little book, which is actually a magazine called The Art of Mandala, pocket-sized book. Not really all mandalas. It's got all kinds of stuff. I don't really like all of the illustrations. Some of them are really cute, like this one. The paisley designs with the little chameleons. It's really cute. But some of them, not really my thing. But I just, I just pick the ones that I like and do those. Yeah, so this is fun for like no stress, just sit down and do something quick kind of coloring. Yeah, so there's that. And that's the last one for my second shelf. Whoa. About to hit the camera here. So that is number 2 in my coloring book collection. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments on this, I would love to read them. I hope you're doing well, everybody, and I will see you for one more video in this series, part 3. So thanks and take care.